Happy Flex Friday, everybody. I hope everyone had a fantastic Thursday. I hope you're all having a great Friday so far today. I'm a mess. Thought I'd throw that out there. Jake, thank you so much for 20 months. And FLCL, thank you for the year on over on Fourth Wall. I appreciate it. Charlotte, Verg, FLCL, Jake, Zelda, Bauer, Gills, Kimby, Kim. If I missed you, good morning. Hi, everybody. Good to see you. You're still waiting for the job email? Oh, boy. Gills, I am not finished with blueprints. I don't know that I'm going to end up streaming any more blueprints. I'm trying to do the puzzle that we found on my last stream, with the 8 statues and all of that. I'm trying to get it so that I can do that, because it requires you to be empty-handed, and that's a whole thing to do that and get there in time. So I'm still working on that eventually. So messy Friday, folks. Yeah, I just spent 5 minutes walking around the apartment looking for my coffee cup, which was right here. Anyway, so. Pierogi, how's it going? We're going to mess around with some RoadCraft today. We did some RoadCraft on After Hours yesterday. We just paved a really long, completely pointless road. Because that's just what I felt like doing. We're probably going to do more of that today. But I might try to push through and do some more of this, the Incommunicado map, so that we can open up the other maps, which will give us more options in the future. However, Monday. We're going to jump into the summer of Stardew Valley. So if you haven't been here during the summer before when my kids are off, we pretty much just vibe out and play some Stardew Valley. Previously, we've tried to do 100%, get all the achievements and whatnot for Stardew, and that's just tedious and not fun. So we're not going to do that this year. I have all of the expanded and otherwise additional town area mods installed, so we're going to explore all of that, and we'll have some goals and stuff to add some cursed mods and different things. So we'll jump into that starting on Monday, and that's going to carry us through this summer. So until my kids go back to school, which I think is September 1st. So roundabout there. We will definitely do different things here and there, like a couple days here and there, but the vast majority of streams will be Stardew Valley throughout the course of the summer. So that starts Monday, which is exciting. So, rage that she can't find it, only for it to be in her hand the entire time. Yeah, I've definitely done that too. One of the best things, one of the places that I worked, FLCL had like not prescription glasses, but like reading glasses and stuff, like on a little thing by checkout. And contractors would come through and be like, I gotta buy another pair of glasses. I don't know where I put them. And they're on their head. That happened more than twice. If I had a nickel for every time that happened, I'd have like 4 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened 4 times. Bishop, good morning. Prepare yourself to get another playthrough started yourself. Seems like every time you restart, you get the itch to start again too. I haven't really I haven't gotten like the burning like desire to jump back in, but I have the desire to do something like chill and relaxed and cozy. So, and it vibes well with summer. Plus, my kids like watching Stardew when they're home. So, that's what we got going. Guzzy, what's going on? I'll get it done eventually. Yeah. Fields of Mystery is pretty good. Yeah. It is. But I just want to hear the sound of berry harvesting. Well, Final Fantasy Tactics is going to be your game budget for the year. But yeah, that's fair. That's the end of September, right? What do they want for that? $40 or $50? We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for that because I never played Final Fantasy Tactics. I never played any Final Fantasy game. So everyone I know that loves tactical games says that Final Fantasy Tactics is the best one ever made. So I'm very excited to give that a run. So I don't know, we'll do it on stream. We'll probably do some of it on after hours and stuff. But speaking of after hours, once my kids are officially out of school, we'll have more consistent streams over on after hours. I'll probably rename the channel by that point, but who knows? That's going to be on Tuesdays and Thursdays when we don't have something going on with the kids. I'll jump over there for, typically they're a little bit shorter streams. Just get on and mess around and vibe out for a little bit. So that'll be happening a bit more once they're officially out of school, and I don't have to worry about as much going on every day, although soccer never ends, so that's still going on. But, you know, you do what you can here. Well, yeah. Sure. Anyway, let's get RoadCraft fired up. Let's jump into the game and have some good times. Deluxe Edition is coming with an item to increase job point gain. Can't have to. I don't know what that means, but sure. Go with that. Don't encourage Zelda. Zelda's ego is big enough. Don't need to add anything else on top of it. Thank you very much. Why not encourage Zelda? Because I said so. Pat, I'm talking about egos? I'm talking about egos, yeah. You really liked my clip on Blue Sky. That was so irritating. If you missed After Hours yesterday, so listen, we paved a section of road that had it was part of the quest. The one that we started on stream here on Wednesday, I paved it and rolled it, and as soon as the roller completed, because I made it a double wide road instead of the single road that they wanted, so the entire double wide section just disappeared and turned into this like lacy garbage. It just completely undid all the work that I did, and it was like, no, the road is here. So, that was something. It's fine. It's fine. You know, it's just little things that happen here and there that can get a little annoying. You know? Just a little annoying. Here and there. You know? You know? Drinking one of those Korean drink pouches? Iced black hazelnut coffee. That sounds good. I enjoy hazelnut. I enjoy the nuts of hazels. That didn't. Don't think you ever drank black coffee? That's all I drink. It took a little bit to get used to it, but now I can't. I will only have, like, I'll put a little oat milk in my coffee if I get it from certain stores that are green, because their coffee is burnt and gross. So it's the only way I can tolerate it, and that's only if I have no other option. Or if I have like a late afternoon coffee, I need to put a little oat milk in it because ulcers. Why you think Nutella is disgusting? That's interesting. I wonder why, Scuzzy. Because hazelnut is a very... Are you not fond of other nut-based products? Oh, by the way, so there's gas stations all over the place, right? And like, it's like restore power and connection to the gas station. Like, there's literally no purpose because none of the freaking trucks use gas. There's unlimited gas. apparently on the roadmap, which they posted recently, by the end of the year, they're going to be adding a hard mode option, which will include vehicles needing to be refueled. Hazelnut flavor is disgusting. Wow, Paint coming in with an obnoxious food take. That's like the free spot on the bingo card. I just wanna throw that out there. Artificial flavors are disgusting, period. I'm not, yeah. I can't argue that. Doug has started his stream with an obnoxious face. That's just my face. You don't have to be so mean, Paint. I am very sensitive. I'm a sensitive little boy, and I can't take this kind of abuse. I started it. I started nothing. It is abuse. Man, I almost choked on my coffee earlier today, and I've had like a cough the rest of the morning. It like ripped my throat up. Good? Kinda mean. I almost died. I could have died. Have you tried not drinking with your lungs? Oh. Bopper got that song stuck in my head. That song has a... Talking Heads has a special place in my heart for reasons that I can't discuss because it's doxing. But that album in particular is very, very good. I was humming the A-Team theme in After Hours yesterday. No? Was I? I don't think I was. It might have been, I was talking about Sergeant Schultz, so it might have been the Hogan's Heroes theme. There's not a ton of similarities, but there's a little vague similarity betwixt the two. It was something old. Most of the time when I hum, by default, it's the Bastion soundtrack. That's kind of like where my default goes to. Because, you know, Ashley Barrett and Darren Corbin. I really don't remember that. I also don't remember anything, so maybe I did. Was I wearing... No. Wait. Was I wearing my A-Team shirt yesterday? No. Was I? No. Yes? Oh, I wore it to the gym before stream. Did I? Welcome to my brain. I'm sorry. Not touching that one today, Pat. Mobile change is small, but it's so annoying already. Yeah, that seems... That kind of change seems, like, deliberately predatory, Bauer. Bro, I went around that tree. Alright, I gotta get my... It seems deliberately predatory. Genuinely, that's... Somebody went, oh, I bet we could get, like, that'll increase bits by, like, 5% through accidental usage. Maybe 0.5%. It's better than flat. Yay, capitalism. Genuinely, like a lot of the changes, Twitch has a big focus on monetization right now. They have always, but not as much as they have been the last, like, year or so. Basically, Daddy Bezos said, hey, you're not making money. Make money, or you're done. So, they're trying to make money. Morning, C. .5% of a huge number is still a huge number. What do we do when Twitch fails? I don't know. I've thought about that before. I don't know what I would do. Like, you know, because I simulcast on YouTube. But I mean, if you've been in YouTube chat, you know. Yeah, YouTube is not super great for live streaming. So. I will not use Kick, Pat. Absolutely not. Too much of the market share? Valk, Amazon doesn't care. Because they, like, take Kick, for example. Kick runs on AWS. Kick runs on their Twitch service that they sell. So they don't care. So Kick for them is pure profit because they're not running the operating costs. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know what'll happen. Like, you should see there's a lot of chatter in, like, between partners in some of the partner discords. Basically, like, everybody's kind of like, hey, are your subs down? Because my subs are down. And I mean, with the state of the global economy and the uncertainty that exists, discretional spending, such as Twitch, which is, you know, essentially, you know, you're tipping for performance. That's one of the first things that gets cut when budgetary concerns come up for your household, right? And it's The whole platform is down on subs. Like, I didn't hit the Partner Plus goal last month. So, like, my subs are down. Everybody's subs are down. If they could hurry up and support AV1, it's still in testing, Valk. Didn't help that it's now $6 a month, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, false. It's not particularly high. See? The first stage of Partner Plus is 100 subs, but that's paid. No Prime, no gifted. The testing was... So there's... They're using... Okay. You can read the help stuff on the 2K streaming. They're handling it differently, which should allow it to work a little better. Because they're offering 1440p streaming now, but they didn't increase their bitrate caps. But they say it works better, and I don't know if that's using AV1. I don't think it is, but anyway. There's not really a lot of necessity for me. Like, I'm in the 2K streaming beta, but I don't really necessarily have the bandwidth for it. I do, but I don't want to push it. AV1 is like an encoder. See, it's more efficient. So it's better picture quality for less bandwidth. Yeah, 12K minimum, Valk. Oh, can they not get across these... Can the trucks not drive across these things? The road trucks can? I just can't get across it with this. Is there another tree in the way? Yeah, there's another tree in the way. I need to get over there. Maybe I need to back over it? That's a possibility. At what point does it not matter? So it's... The vast majority of people still run 1080p. Both TVs and monitors. Like, 1080p is still, by a good margin, the standard. Only care because of game text? I don't need to see a smug face that much. Especially this one. Okay. Alright. Yeah, 936. I'm running... I think I'm running 1080-60. I don't remember. I stopped tinkering with it. My old house, even when the net was working, I could only run 720-30 cap, like max. So I think when I set up the net here, I set it to 1080-60 and then just left it. And then I'm running it on 7500, which is technically over the soft cap. But when you put games done quick on the TV, yeah. I can't mulch the garbage bin. Alright. Can I mulch the table? Oh, yeah. Neat. Oh yeah, this tree is blocking the entire road. It was a hurricane chemical. We're cleaning up after a hurricane. The only person not playing Mario Kart World or Dune Awakening? A hurricane in East Europe. Yep. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Speaking of Dune Awakening, I wasn't going to jump into it because MMO, but apparently it's like Funcom's other game, Conan Exiles, wherein you can host your own server. Our partners at G-Portal, their link just came up in chat actually. You can run your own Dune server, which makes me kind of want to try it out at some point. So that's neat. It got stuck there. Oh yeah, no, that'll be fine. That'll all be fine. Let's delete some of these points. Move you back into the road. Okay. Then we go this way. Yeah, we move you there. Okay. Dispatch vehicles. G-Portal's been great throughout the years. Yeah. And you get 10% off if you use my link. So if you want to try it out. I think if enough people in the community are interested in Dune, we can host a community server for it. We currently have a Core Keeper server and a Valheim server, and I'm pretty sure they're both empty most of the time. So I might be folding those up soon. And we can start a new community server of something, if it's Dune or something else. That Valheim server's been up for like 8 months or something. Yeah, one of the longer-lived Valheim servers. While this is driving through its route, I'm just going to refill my coffee real quick. Hey, it didn't crash yet. yet. There's still time. This is going to be interesting. If it bogs down in this mud, I'm going to be so mad. You guys play Valheim? Queen is tedious. It's getting bogged down in that mud. Maybe it'll be alright. Honestly, motor on solo is tedium. Like, very, very difficult tedium. Definitely way more fun in a group, yeah. I don't think that last truck is making it. Oh, no, there he is. Okay. Made it through the mud. Ashlands is a large bump in tedium. Green, green, green. Green? Super green. Boop. Okay. Alright, so we gotta get to there. So let's go here and recover you. Retain. Retain you. And then I need my scout truck. Deploy. We can take some of our new roads. The deep north has less mobs overall? That seems unlikely. Based on historical evidence, it seems unlikely to happen. Can't imagine more mobs? You say that, but... It kind of feels like the Valheim devs have fallen into the trap that a lot of multiplayer games, a lot of multiplayer game devs fall into, which is designing it, future content, around the 1%. Like the top 1% of players. It's something that like multiplayer games constantly have to balance, games like League of Legends and stuff. There are exploits and things that happen with the top 1% of players that really don't impact the vast majority of players, and you can fall into this trap where you're constantly tweaking things based on the top 1% and not taking the greater player base into consideration, and I feel like the Valheim devs have kind of fallen into that trap.
This supply depot could be a huge help for the restoration effort. The power control panel is on the fritz, though. I'm thinking you could bring one from the old gas station. Nobody's gonna miss it for a while, right?
Stares at RTS, yeah. WoW designing the game for sweaty raiders, yeah. And not the people who just like the exploration and leveling. Yep. That kind of started after Wrath of the Lich King. They've really started designing it for that 1%. That's another bridge that's out. I can't make bridges yet, right? Like, when you're making changes, you need to consider those people, right? But that's not what you need to design for. Different levers for difficulty besides making 100 enemies per square meter. Yeah, constant aggro is no one's favorite experience. Came from sweaty raid guilds, yeah. Like, you want to have that content, you need to have that content. That kind of content is what drives the game forward. But it can't be at the expense of everything else. Because, again, you're talking about 1% of the player population. They are the most vocal. And if you lose that 1%, it is a trickle-down effect, a genuine trickle-down effect, that will slowly kill your game off. So you still need to appease those people, but those should be through... That needs to be through optional things, you know? It's exactly that, yeah. Leather suit, how's it going? How do you get down here? Why do I feel like I've done this before? I'm having ridiculous deja vu right now. Anyway, one of the things that, like Siege, for example, as a competitive game, every time they do their seasonal, they do a seasonal dev update, and they show charts for, you know, picks and bans and things like that, and they show them for general population, and then they show them for plat and above. And you can see how, you know, the general population picks and bans certain characters, and then plat and above picks and bans certain characters. You know, there are characters that are considered useless at lower levels that are constantly banned and don't have a lot of presence in higher level games because they're a higher skill operator. You know, like stuff like that. So it's nice seeing that kind of information. Love Clobear, how's it going? Yeah. Anyway, it feels like the Valheim devs have fallen into that trap of trying to appease the top 1% of hardcore players, which has left people like me who just want to vibe out and build some cool stuff in the dust a bit. You know, the character's not bad, you are. Yeah, like every multiplayer game, every shooter, every hero shooter has those characters that are pub stompers, right? Who are not particularly good at high level play, but they just obliterate lower skill players because they don't understand how to counter their mechanics, right?
No power, and we can't run a plant like that. To lay a new cable, we'll need to clear out some trees first. Luckily, my database shows there's a harvester in the sawmill's garage. I think you know what to do. Drive over there and see if that harvester is still working. But of course, you can't run a plant with a damaged water supply pipe either. So, once you get there, you'll want to clear the driveways for the trucks and repair the water pipe.
Okay. Prepare the concrete plant area. Get the tree harvester at the sawmill. That. Love Valheim. These last two biomes have felt very different than the rest of the game. Yeah. Is there a better way to go? To get back up there? Am I missing it? Don't think I... Oh! That's why I'm having deja vu. This was in the demo. We're gonna have to, like, clear the trees down here and then run a cable, like, under here, right? Wasn't this section in the demo? That's why I remember. Okay. That's why I'm having deja vu. Unlocked prophetic dreams, if only. Aw, come on, you can't smash through the fence. Buddy. The Dune MMO is giving me future sight, yeah. The spice must flow. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Yes. Okay. Do. Over there. I can probably scoot across here. Yeah. Scooch. State of it is so good. That's nice. I know, like, Intel really went all in on that graphics architecture, so. As much as it is nice to see Intel struggle after a solid decade of just being like, we're the only ones on the market, so this is what you get and you'll be happy with it. A little comeuppance is quite delightful, but I would like to see them stabilize and bounce back, because a competitive market is a better market. Whoa. Yeah, I don't see the Dune game being a long-term thing, although it depends on how they take it. There are some options to enable long-term immersion in that. Okay. Generously sized boogies.
Great work. Now, all we need to do is fix up the plant's power supply. You'll want to use the harvester to cut down the trees around the transformer station. Besides, we need the logs. And killing two birds with one stone is the environmentally responsible thing to do, figuratively speaking.
Killing birds is the environmentally responsible thing to do? Okay. When I heard they were making a new Dune game automatically assumed it was going to be an RTS. There. Use the harvester to clear trees around the station. Yeah, this is exactly that. But I have to get them down there now. That's... Yeah, there's a Dune RTS. There's several. Want a Starship Troopers MMO? That I could definitely get behind. The closest thing we've gotten to a really good Starship Troopers game is Helldivers 2. Came real close. Stop making mouth sounds. Thank you. Helldivers 2 is real close to like what everyone wants a Starship Troopers game to be.
I would like to see the baby.
And then Sony happens. Yeah. Look at that baby. Look at the baby. Didn't know you could hear me. Live and learn, you know? Can I even get there going this way? Not really. I gotta go over here. Let's cut through here. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me. Coming through. It does have a horn. Gonna scooch. Let me scooch by you there. Oh, excuse me. Oh, oh, oh. All right, come on, little buddy. I am speed. Misophonia and people who report having it are more likely to also have anxiety and depression. Shocking. Whoa! Why? Why for a giant hole in ground? They couldn't have parked this thing closer to where we need it to be. Why would they do that? It's fair. I'm also going to need my stump grinder too, huh? Probably going to have to throw that on a truck and drive it over here, because... As the infrastructure routes complete, do you still get a trickle of cash? Also need to haul the log carrier over? Yeah.
Just you look at this place. You'd think with all the industrial capacity, they'd at least take some precautions. You know, just in case something goes wrong. But no.
Only for a bit.
Save a few bucks here and there, while they could easily save themselves a whole lot more in the long run.
You need to saw down trees in this area. Okay. It'll say if you have all the rewards. Okay. Do. Why can't you get that tip to go away? It's really quite annoying. Like, after you do the first one, go away. In, get it around. You can disengage the park brake and move around with the tree and the claw before cutting it. Yeah. To pile them up a little bit better. Dumping them straight into the log carrier. Yeah, true. I should go get the log carrier. Where was that? Oh, yeah, here. This guy? This guy. Summer games done quick. Starts in a month. Nice. At least this thing moves. Does not corner, though. Oh, look, mud tires. They do exist. Imagine. That's one of my biggest disappointments, Valk, with this game is not being able to customize the trucks. That's such a cornerstone mechanic in the previous games. I don't understand why they were like, nah, we're not going to do that this time. Like, not even for the Scout? This thing doesn't really turn, huh? I can't build bridges at the moment. I am locked off from that mechanic. Whoa! Wiggly. He's a wiggly boy. Wiggly, wiggly boy. There she is. Hi, Charlotte. Saw down trees in the area. Hey, did you know that I need to saw down trees in the area? The first I'm hearing of it. Get over there. Vehicle failed? Oh, yeah, see? I knew that was gonna happen. I bet you the trucks ran into each other. I bet you they ran into each other. Yep, they did. Oop. You can probably disable anyway. Man, I'm gonna keep them running. I spent all that time getting them working. It's like a really bad claw machine. Here we go. Start you out with one vehicle as well? Make you find the rest? Or does it start you with the equipment that you need? It starts you out with the stuff you need, mostly. This crane handles very differently from the other ones. And then it will give you the equipment that you need for each task as you get there. So like now I need to move trees, so it gave me this thing now. Is that all the ones I cut down? Yeah. Okay. Hey, did you know I need to saw down trees in this area? Trying to go mudding in a farm hay truck. Well. Pleased by the wet tires being all shiny. These machines are scary in real life. Yeah, they are. A big boom arm that just picks up trees and cuts them apart. Let me tuck you back in. Get around here. Yeah, this crane, it handles very differently from the other cranes. It's very loose. I was trying to do that, Valk, but I couldn't quite get it to line up. I'm going to try coming from the other side now. Because there's too many stumps in the way. It needs something. Is what it needs. It needs something. You know what would be nice is if I didn't have half the screen blocked off by that big thing that's telling me what to do. Boom! Nice. But what if you forget? I get it. Leave it up there until you finish cutting your first tree. Right? Cut and chop the first tree and then go away. Like that little exclamation point bubble. Tuck that up, like have it go away and tuck that up underneath the vehicles thing so that you can click on it or select it if you need to bring the hint back up. But I don't need it to take up half my freaking screen the entire time. Should be good. We should be good. Fine. We're fine. It's on there-ish. God, come on. Why? There we go. Jen and Deb, good morning. I also take up the entire screen. That's fair. But I deserve to. So, I don't see the problem. I'm just gonna have to cut this next to the crane, because I want to get that tooltip to go away desperately, so I'm just going to cut down the rest of the trees quickly. By the way, if you haven't been here and you didn't know, on Monday, we're starting the summer of Stardew Valley. We got all kinds of expanded and extra content mods installed. So we'll be spending the summer here on the main channel playing some Stardew Valley, as we've done for the last several summers. It's a good time. How many more I gotta cut down? Oh, that one over there. Is that the last one? Hopefully. Then I'm gonna have to get the stump grinder. SOS 3. No help this time. Is it 3 or 5? I don't even remember. All I know is when the summer of Stardew ends, when my daughter goes into high school in the fall, I will have streamed from this apartment as much as I did from my old house in total. Which is wild. That's not the last tree. What route failed? It's the same route. Yeah, they keep running into each other. The problem. There's another tree somewhere. Is it over here? Yes. Yeah, I was telling her when we were coming home yesterday, I was like, all we have to do is live here for the amount of time that we've lived here, and you'll be going into college. Or, well, leaving high school. Hey, the tip is finally gone. What just happened? It, like, stopped cutting the tree and didn't cut the tree all the way? Well, yeah, no, not really. We'll see. I already know if they want to do college, they won't be getting any help. So either be really, really good at a sport, or work out how you're going to pay for that, because it ain't happening here. Okay. This is like the world's worst claw machine. Yes? Okay. No, don't. Stop turning the claw. I mean, that's one of the things that has been, like, that's one of the things that's a huge consideration while we're looking for a house, Scuzzy, is that they're not moving out anytime soon. Like, you need to plan for your kids to be around until they're, like, mid-20s at best, if you're lucky. Like, we're struggling to get a place to live. How do you think they're gonna do? Ooh, did I get all three? Let's go. What the? Why did it just exit the crane controls? Faded, how's it going? You got kicked out at 17? Y'all buy properties? What is happening with this crane right now? Boom. Old crane. Strapped cargo. What? What? What do you mean? This is the last RoadCraft stream for a while? On this channel, yes. Faded. Might have some on the After Hours channel over the course of the summer. But for this channel, yeah. We'll be doing Stardew starting Monday. No, 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 no. Is it they're not far enough up? What's the After Hours channel? Twitch.tv/Tug After Hours. Where I yell about useless mechanics. Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be streams on this channel over the course of the summer. Tuesdays and Thursdays when I am able, when the kids don't have stuff going on over the summer, we'll have streams over there. They're typically shorter. They're a little more, I don't care as much. They're a lot more freeform. There's no form to this channel? Okay. That's just mean. My form is timeless. Vammed, how's it going? Yeah, these both are failing because they're overlapping each other. So let's try scooching these out. like so. I don't really get anything out of these routes anymore, but... Okay. And then... this one needs maintenance. So then they don't cross over anymore. So we should be good. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Now, can I strap the car? Nice. Okay. Fold crane, toggle anchors. We got logs. Bring resources to the zone. Oh, I gotta... where do I have to bring it? You gotta bring it where? I gotta bring it in when I want. All the way over there. Bro. Oh no, all the way over here. Ah, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, that. Prepare the concrete plant area. Recover the construction depot. Deliver object. Oh, deliver object from there? Okay. Alright, so let me deliver these logs, and then we'll go from there. We're gonna have to run power next, so... that means I'm gonna have to get the stump grinder down here. Oh my god, how do you turn this thing around? I'm gonna be in a different zip code by the time I get turned around. Whoa. .76 turn. Not wrong. Turning radius of Alderaan. Before or after it was scattered to ash? Oh, sorry. Spoilers. Spoilers. Why do we do that so often? Generational bias. Go with that. All the pieces are there. Everyone's just looking at Alderaan pieces. Why do I even start reading your messages, FLCL? What? Why do I even begin to do that? Hmm? Hmm? Glutton meat punishment. Ba-bum-ba-bum. Okay. Here we go. What? Bring resources to zone. Logs. That's where it's marked, right? Yeah. Drive forward a smidge. Bah. Why do I play this game? Because I hate myself. Recover the construction depot. I gotta get a thing from there and bring it there. Alright, so let me get... Where's my garage? Yaha! Yaha! Mule? Mule. Before the financial collapse in like 07, I worked at a very expensive place that did like design work and stuff, and we'd have people come in and buy like custom hand-carved shower doors for their beach houses, like a $10,000 shower door for their second home. It's like... And I wonder why I grind my teeth. That's madness. That's... yeah. Welcome to the lives of the rich and famous. We had tile in that place that was $15,000 a square foot. Hand-cut glass tile that was inlaid with literal gold. It was $15,000 a square foot. So it was made of literal gold, yeah. Literal gold. Here we go. I'm gonna take... look at this. See? This is why I made this ridiculous road yesterday. It's very helpful. I'm glad to, Faded. Always glad when folks can hang out, you know? Spend money like that. It's... so... you have to look at it as... you're looking at it from your perception, right? So, to put it into your terms, let's say for easy round numbers, you make $100,000 a year, right? You bring home $100,000 a year, right? So you go to the store and you grab something for $10. You don't even think about it, right? It's $10. You don't even think about it, right? So then, let's say instead of $100,000, you make $1 million a year, right? So that adds an extra zero. So that means you go to the store and you see something for $100 and you're like, no, it's only $100. You know? Well, let's say you make 10 million. You go to the store and you see something for $1,000 and you're like, oh, it's only $1,000. It just keeps scaling, right? $100, so 6 eggs. I did get 18 eggs for $5 the other day, so at least Costco egg prices are back to being reasonable. It becomes it's perspective in scale is what it is. Fold crane. Okay. Where am I taking this? Oh, I should probably strap that down. That's not going anywhere. 6 eggs for $2 at Kroger's the other day. That's still a little high. No, there's a lot of other factors, fam. But, like, that's something that, like, helps you put it into perspective where you see spending $1,000 or $10,000 as, like, this ridiculously huge amount of money, whereas someone who doesn't have to worry about money in those aspects can just be like, no, it's only 10 grand. You know, there's a lot of other factors that go into it, absolutely. But particularly for people who have grown up with that kind of propensity for spending, that doesn't even, like, register. Right? Generational wealth is a hell of a drug. Oops, I gotta... Oh, I have so much... I am very miserly. Like, particularly if it's a big purchase. If it is something that is over, like, $25, I spend hours picking over and worrying about the purchase constantly. I forgot to put the anchors down. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. Built a new PC 2 weeks ago. Took you at least a month of research comparing prices before committing.
Now we have our very own supply.
That's not a lot of time. There you go. This place is a construction depot. Here you can purchase and sell resources. You can also sell rubble that is highlighted in yellow. This kind of rubble cannot be recycled and can only be sold at construction depots. Deposit resources or rubble into the yellow sell area. Purchase resources will spawn in the green area. I don't want to open the shop. I got it. Okay, thanks. Every time you go into a menu or anything, it puts the parking brake on all your vehicles. Even if you're in the middle of driving and it doesn't. Okay. Prepare the concrete plant. Oh, there's a crane. Okay. Here's a crane with, yet again, another completely different set of controls. I genuinely struggle to understand why each different type of crane needs a completely different set of controls. It is wildly bizarre. Gotta keep you on your toes. Wondering if they're from all different people. That's honestly probably the closest explanation to truth. Is that they were likely developed by different teams. Like each crane was made by a different person. But man, it's wild. There's so many different types of cranes, and they all have completely unique control schemes. You know how I said games fall into the pattern and the issue of designing for the 1%? I think this game also falls into that category. That all of the playtesting and QA was done by that kind of percentage. People who dismiss control irregularities. Oh, there's no crane over there. I can't reach that with this crane, right? No. Alright, so I gotta bring... I guess I gotta bring my mule over there? Planet Zoo falls into that same issue. We've talked about that before when we've played Planet Zoo. The different expansion packs. I mean, consider whomst Planet Zoo comes from. But, like, Frontier, obviously, very clearly has different teams working on different content packs, which is a good way to get a good cadence, a good release schedule. When you have variable teams working on things, then you can kind of do that, you know, stepped release cadence, because they put out a lot of content. The problem is there's no unified sizing or perspective between those teams, so you'll have walls and windows and things like that that are on a completely different scale from one another, and then you can't mix and match them. Which becomes wildly frustrating as an end user. Speaking of wildly... Oh, I can build a bridge now. Oh. Okay. Combo level 1. Oh, I forgot to turn that off. There's a toggle switch now that I can turn that off. I forgot to turn it off because I don't understand what that is. I don't understand how it works. I don't understand anything about it. It just appeared, and now it exists. Combo. It's a dino combo. So I guess if people keep doing dinos, it builds up the combo. But then somebody else can do a combo breaker with a different emote option that changes it. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Combo level 7. Jeez. Level 8. Level 9. My god, level 10. Oh wait, doesn't that make stuff pop up on my screen? I don't see anything. I also don't know whomst is doing the combos. I just see the end message. Boom. Thank you, Pat, for 100 dinos. You're now number 1. Like that more than you making bad jokes? So we have 101 on stream now. Hey. I was getting worried that you were ill, Wenner. It'd been a couple days since you made an old joke. I was getting concerned. But you were still flirting with Charlotte, so I figured you were alright. Probably just distracted. You know. Too old to remember? Da-da-da. Working for school and minding your own business. I wasn't talking about you, though. You caught a stray. Don't worry about it. Okay. So now I need to replace a pipe. So where do I get... Where's the pipes? Steel pipes facility is here. I got no pipes, though. Oh, I can use my... Wait. Can I use the... I can use the big truck. Hold up. I can drive the big truck down there and get... Yeah. First controls? And we can load up those big pipes. Whoa, make the turn. There we go. The pipes facility straight ahead. Okay. Hey, it's 'cause he's just a baby. He's just a baby. All right. No? There we go. Stationary grabber crane. No. Why does that go in and out? Help me. The controls are completely different for this crane. Wow, I'm only getting like one of those in there, huh? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. There's a route on this? Yeah. Beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. This should get us enough. We only need to make one pipe, so this should be more than enough. Are you the old here? Depending on who's here, Jenadeb. There's folks in their 60s. 60 plus, 70 plus, I think. In some cases. Yeah, I'll be 44 in a couple months. That's not great. I'm not okay with it, if you're curious. No, Doc's younger than me. He just doesn't act like it. Gaming Granny. Yeah, Gaming Granny. Hello, trying to think. I know at least one person who's like 70. Okay, so then need one pipe. Yeah, Gandalf's in his 60s. I know one person who's his son is my age. You're 68, Greg? Yeah, there you go. Old enough for me to be your child? You're 62? Yeah. Accurate, but be young to have a kid. Chat average is old enough for this to be a bingo stream, yeah. What's a bingo? So interesting to see the different average ages for the communities you hang out in. Yeah. Twitch is a weird place. It really is. It is both a huge place and also it can be wildly tiny. I don't really interact with Twitch anymore, but when I did more so, it was wild how tiny the platform can be sometimes. All right, where do I have to go? Up there. So users who are around other places, yeah. I've done random raids in the past where I go into like just pick a random stream and there'll be a user in there who's like, "Oh, hey." It's wild. Chat is a singular being. It is an entity. Here's where the game ruined my road. Amber. Whoa. Seen some people in this community and some Destiny 2 streams you watch in the daytime. It's always weird. Yeah, it's a weird place. Maybe I'll try the Division 2 on After Hours next week. I've always wanted to try the Division. And I think the Division 2 is on Game Pass now. And they ignore you. Did you say it in all caps, though, Paint? Because they might not recognize you. Of course you did? Alright, well, I was just checking. I mean... sometimes the simplest answer is the correct one, you know?
It's about time we got that power supply going. Installing the power cable should be pretty straightforward now that you've cleared out the trees. But there's one catch. Since it's concrete we're talking here, we can't have the mixer stop once the process has started. This means that we need not only a new power cable, but a backup
power source too.
In case something goes haywire. Luckily, there's one at the transformer station. So, you can fetch it when you're done installing the power cable, or the other way around. Create your own destiny.
Would you believe you're not actually a loud person? Would you believe that outside of streaming, I almost never speak? So we have to get this generator? And bring it over there. We can do that. I bring it out? Oh, come on. That's not my fault. Don't blame me for that. Because he's obnoxious. What? What did I do? Can I knock this fence down with this truck? No, it's an indestructible fence. Maybe I'll dump a whole bunch of sand and pave a road over it. You know what? Hang on. Before we start this quest, it's been 2 hours. I gotta take a break. You know? What isn't my fault? It's fair. Because everybody's too afraid to get roasted by you to talk with you. Me? I don't roast anybody. You asked me like a half an hour ago? Did you ask in all caps? Otherwise, I just ignored it. Grab a drink. Grab a snack. Get up and move around if you can. Don't forget to take your meds if you haven't. I'll be right back. Movie, TV show, video game, or otherwise. My favorite quote and line from any of that ever comes from Dragon Age Origins. And it is the farewell that the Dwarves of Orzammar use. It's Atras Nal Tansha. May you always find your way in the dark. And that's very pertinent this week. So have a great weekend, everybody. And may you always find your way in the dark. Until Monday, as always, as ever, remember, be good to each other. Bye, everybody. You can't climb in cowboy boots? What's this look like? Huh? Oh, 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 whoa, 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 whoa. Shut up. And go. Got it, got it, got it. No. Yeah. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Okay. Climbing with style. That's right. How do I get back to Gandalf? Ooh. Ooh. Whoa! No, 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 no. I've made a mistake. Nope. 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 Like Minecraft in particular, you'll play non-stop for like a month, and then you need to. Oh! 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 No! 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 Where did wolves come from? There's wolves? I'm sitting on your glowy bits, I'm sorry. Best friend! Ha! See? Shh. I'm the best. Move faster. Oh, that's aggressive. You're moving aggressively faster. You always got to read the fine print, Eve. Come on. You should know that. You should know that. Okay. What did you expect, serving an ageless being? I need to... After my run this afternoon, I need to shave. What? Where? Why? How did they run into each other? Bro. That ain't gonna fly. That's not gonna work for me. You need to be better. Okay. Able to take one thing off your schoolwork list? Good job, Charlotte. I'm proud of you. Kinda halfway through your list. Nice. You also did one thing today? Good job. Besides the crying. Oh, I thought that was the one thing. That's generally my one thing. And then anything after that is the bonus, you know. See, when I'm earnest, it's actually worse. Just wait until I'm Ernest P. Whirl. Then you'll have regrets. Got out of bed, does that count as one thing? It absolutely does. Let me tell you. It absolutely does count. Hey, it's raining. Did you know that it rains in this game? This is brand new information. I should pave this road. You know what? Yeah, okay. Park. I'm not dealing with this, so I'm going back to my base. Wait, where's my base? That's a garage? Oh. Why can't I use it? That would be helpful. Alright. Garage. I need this guy. Deploy. I gotta drive up to it. If I drive up to it, will it work? Alright, hang on. Retain. Where's my scout? Is my scout out? My scout's out. Scout. Scout out. Scout out. You'll get the quest to make it work. If I drive up to it, it'll give me a side quest to make it work. Okay. Where is it? If I go... Oh. I don't know if this is going to be any better. It's not going to be any better. Yeah, alright. Never mind. I'm just going to get the... I'm just going to go to my base. Deploy you. Left to the windows open last night was bad choice for your asthma. Ah. I'm sorry. Are you guys getting the smoke from the wildfires? Ah. Thankfully, we're not getting that here. We had that before, and that was not a good time. Rode the Vespa to work last Saturday and your teeth felt gritty when you got home? Oh boy. So I need this guy, but I want to put this guy on first. In Michigan, it looks like fog. The Mackinac Bridge is basically obscured. Yeah, that's crazy. It was, yeah. When it happened here, it was like, it was a weird haze and really uncomfortable. Like, I know, like, folks who live in California and stuff deal with that all the time, and I'm good. If we could not. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this onto the trailer where it currently is. I am not. We went to Cali once during the wildfires and it was insane. Yeah, that's... I'm all set on that. I'm good on wanting to ever deal with that again. Can you turn, please? There we go. Do not hit me, you son of a... Bro, are you serious? He's just ramming the side of my truck. Come on, just fail the route and let me live my life. Thank you. Let's restart those. Okay. Roll out. And then I gotta get my sand truck. Don't get a lot of extreme events. Do get the occasional hurricane. Same in Jersey. Of course, the last hurricane is why we don't have a house anymore. But, you know, it's fine. Tornadoes, earthquakes, ice storms, wildfires. Good combo. Dogs and cats living together. It's anarchy. Anarchy. The US is just Australia, but with weather instead of critters. Not just Hawaii. Washington State, Alaska. You know, the whole side of Mount St. Helens blew off in the late 80s, so. Whoa. Does Oregon have volcanoes? I mean, it's close enough to Mount St. Helens, I think. That it's impacted. Portland seems to be full of hot air. There's also, don't forget when we're the super volcano underneath Yellowstone. There's that too. You know, that if it erupts, it would probably cause the end of humanity. Don't want to live anywhere where we have to run from the weather, yeah. The Yellowstone caldera, go ahead. We're good. We're all set. The one thing in the U.S. that's older than me, yeah. It is kind of funny how overblown that is, but... people are genuinely super worried about that happening. Come on, little fella. Aren't we technically also due for an ice age? So... fingers crossed for a rogue meteor. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, on technicalities... okay. So then I need... this guy. Deploy. And I might as well put him on a truck. I also need this guy. And then I need this guy. Perfect. I mean, if we're going to worry about stuff, what about the fact that the sun is eventually going to expand to the point that it consumes the Earth and makes it so hot that we can't possibly continue to live on the planet? You know, there's that. And I mean, if we're going to go to that point, we might as well worry about the fact that, you know, there is the whole heat death of the universe thing. Wait. This is fine. I don't think this is supposed to go on this truck. The most complicated sun visor in history, yeah. I think this thing's gonna fall off. I still don't understand why you can't strap vehicles onto these vehicle carriers. Will succumb to entropy before heat death? Oh, absolutely. We don't like things that make sense here? No, why would we? That's why you're here. If you wanted logical gameplay, why are you even here? We need you to use this vehicle loader. No, not like that. Bet it caused a physics explosion when someone strapped one down and without removing the strap switched to the strap vehicle and started trying to drive it. I mean, if it's strapped down, just put a flag on the vehicle that the engine can't start. Maybe that's me. It is slowly falling off the side, but I think I'll make it. Lockout, tag out. Easy peasy. My cities and city skyline are majestic, right? You've got to be kidding me. Hello? Aim winch. Why?
Creepy stream because my dad's a little.
Oh. Wow. No, I don't want to aim the winch there. Towing off? What? No. Winch. Don't. How do you... Oh God. Detach winch. Why is detach winch in a different spot? All right. Bro. Not helping. No, I don't want to toggle ramp. Detach winch. Oh, now this truck is stuck. Oh, okay. We'll just put you back over there. Put you back over there. Let's get my dump truck over there first. And then we'll worry about that stuff. Why am I trailering it in the first place? I figured it would be quicker. Turns out, it's not. Is there a way to go that way? Oh, yeah. How's it working for me? You know, it's fine. It was quicker until it fell off the trailer. I mean, you know. It was quicker until it wasn't. Why did my voice get so high right then? I don't know what you're talking about. Does that happen when you tell the truth? Yeah. I really want to tear up this whole road and redo it. IT went rogue and installed Windows 11 on all production machines on a Friday? On a Friday morning? Haven't regression tested or validated Windows 11 with any of your equipment? Oh, buddy. IT wants job security. Yeah. Oh, you know what it is, Bauer? I bet you it's... Why did that fail? What? Okay. I bet you it's because of the combo thing that I have. Even though I don't think you can access it on mobile, it probably moved it around to give space for it. Betcha. Betcha, betcha, betcha. That's what it is. So then the other channel is not in the testing for the combo thing. Which reminds me, hang on, while I'm thinking of it. Hold up. I can turn it off. You're live. Thanks. Combos beta. Disable. I'm live, yeah. I didn't know. And now I know. That's the true combo breaker right there. Bro, RoadCraft does not like when you tab out. Let me tell you. Alright, the big button's gone, so maybe that fixed. Thought this show was pre-recorded? Yeah. Reloading stream after you did that fixed it. The bits and things being reversed. Why would it do that, though? That's really weird that it would... I don't know. The whole combo thing is weird. I know it's in beta, but it's not particularly well presented or clear as to what's happening. That did it? Okay. Well, that's one thing solved. That's my one thing for the day, so I'm done. I'm done. Nothing else of substance will be getting done today. You're welcome. Thank you, Paint. You know, I work really hard. Stupid button did weird things with your ability to pinch zoom on stream. Ah. Neat. I wonder if there's a feedback thing anywhere. I'll have to look. Because I have some feedback. I don't think they listen to my feedback anymore. Also, if Discord could fix streamer mode, that would be aces. Why would you want to zoom in on that face? Okay, that's a little hurtful. Why wouldn't you? Are you crying to me because your brother is eating food and not sharing? No, don't yell at me because someone else isn't sharing their food with you. No, you're gonna pull stuff off my desk. No, you're being a brat. Don't beg to me for food from somebody else. How long has that been broken? Streamer mode on Discord's been broken for a week or two. It just stopped working. Why? Didn't they fix this so that they wouldn't break? Bro. Alright, let's scooch this out of the trees then. They were still running into each other. That's the problem. Right. I don't actually have to go this way. I just kind of got distracted and kept dumping sand. From the sand quarry into the sand quarry. I forgot to make the turn, Combat. I was distracted. Act like you've never done that. On a road to nowhere? We're going somewhere. Eventually. We'll figure it out when we get there. Usually all my roads lead to me being set on fire. It's a little hurtful. Not all of them. I rarely ever get set on fire, so I think that's a gross misrepresentation. Riding on a truck with no name. Gonna play Dune? You can light yourself on fire in Dune. I don't pick games based on whether or not I can self-immolate. Thank you. Pert has gifted a Tug Banana mug to chat. Y'all, if you haven't been here for a merch giveaway before, ! Enter in chat. The way it works, listen, the banana mug is back, yeah. I thought I secretly added it back. The way it works, ! Enter in chat. It is bought and paid for, including global shipping. Everything is paid for. All you do if you win is you click the link, you put in your shipping information, which is handled by the merch store, not anybody else, and it's off to you. Bought and paid for by Paint Shipped. ! Enter. If you win, you click the link, log in with your Twitch account so that it verifies you are the winner, and you're good to go. I pick games based on whether I can flip a car. Alright. I hope the mug comes without the paint chipped. Always a good hope. Always a good hope. Thank you, Perny, for gifting a mug to chat. I appreciate it. It's a mug. A coffee mug. With the Tug Banana emote on it. It's a yellow and white mug. It has a yellow handle and a yellow interior. With Tug Banana all around the outside. Can never have too many mugs. I agree. I do have too many mugs, though. Half of my mugs are in storage. Along with half of my life. I didn't think I had too many mugs, Science, until we moved into this apartment and we had to, like, cut down. Because we don't have the space. And the number of mugs that are in storage versus the number of mugs we have here. And I keep getting more. It's not, the problem's not getting any better. But I'm going to be very excited when we get a house and I can unpack all my mugs. You know? That's going to be very exciting. We're going to need a very big kitchen for mugs. Or like a china cabinet or something. You put mugs in. You know, grandparents put Swarovski crystal in there. Or Waterford crystal in there. We're going to have coffee mugs. Exclamation point enter. Timer's almost over. Science, speaking of too many mugs, Science, crap. Science, congrats on the mug. Click that link, log in with your Twitch account, put in your shipping information, and it's off to you. It's all handled by the merch store. Bought and paid for, including shipping. Any shipping overages is covered by me. So. Enjoy. What's the tariff on mugs these days? Thankfully, the ones in the U.S. are made in North Carolina. I believe they're printed in North Carolina. And then there's a fulfillment house in, I want to say Lithuania? In Europe? I'm not in radius of a quarry? Oh. That's why you got yours so quickly? Yeah. Yeah. I think it's Lithuania. Anyway. They have fulfillment houses, fulfillment places across the globe, so. Boop. Boop. Roll out. That is a great start to your Friday, yeah. Congrats. Thank you again, Paint. One of the coolest things that Fourth Wall does, they're my merch provider, is the gifting is quite cool. Yeah, their quality is really good. Their delivery times are really good. The amount of options they have is really good. So, I've been delighted Yeet. If anybody's looking at setting up merch for like work, or if you're a streamer or anything, let me know. I can give you a referral link, and then we both get sample credit. It's a good thing, because they'll give you money so you can order samples of your own stuff. Yeah, most of the mugs, there's one or two where there's only one size, but yeah. They have big 20-ounce mugs. A 1,000 liters? It's just a bathtub, Wenrer. Go faster! You're being overtaken by a bulldozer, you muppet. Learn to drive. Your New Jersey's showing. A little bit? Yeah, just a little bit. That was tame. Why are you all so aggressive? Because you're in the way. What's not clear about that? Can't you be passive-aggressive like Midwestern? Yeah. Oop, sorry, you're going a little slow there, hon. It's okay, you probably have stuff to do. You probably have stuff to do. It's alright. Oop, let me just squeeze by you there. Now, listen, that's the whole... People in New Jersey are kind. They are not nice. There is a stark difference. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Sorry, no peeky. Yeah. We are kind, not nice. In the Midwest, they're nice, but not kind. What's this ope thing? It's a Midwestern thing. It's what you say when you gotta squeeze by somebody with a tray bake. Because the tater tots are still warm, so you gotta get it. It's upsetting how much you actually say it. And scotcheroos in a casserole. You mean hot dish? Yeah, come on. Don't forget the ranch. Love regional phrases. Yeah. Regional colloquialisms are a lot of fun. Particularly when they're antagonistic, I guess. When you have, you know, similar regions that have different ways of saying the same thing, and they are antagonistic between each other. If you say one or the other, that defines your entire life. That's fun. You know, it's like the weirdos that say Taylor ham instead of pork roll. Taylor ham? No, pork roll. One of the biggest disagreements ever. Wife boat was a Taylor ham person. He's now a pork roll person, thankfully. I have overcome that obstacle in our relationship. Could have been bad, but crisis averted. It's a New Jersey thing, science. It's very much a New Jersey thing. Alright, one more, and then I think I should be able to drive through that. I don't think I'm going to pave this. What if they find a newer Jersey somewhere? Well, then we'll be mid-Jersey. The log bridges are worse than mud, I agree. Turnpike has some weird billboards. You know, most of the billboards are gone. They're pretty much all gone from the Parkway. The Turnpike still has some, but you have a call incoming soon? That's gross. Imagine talking on the phone. I don't remember what I was doing this for. Does anyone remember what I was doing this for? Because I've lost... Oh yeah, we gotta get the thingy. Okay, right. I need to get my mule over here. Without easy access to the quarry, I'm gonna go to there and see what happens. You have a meeting, you need to lurkies? I wanted to save 5 minutes of mud driving. Sounds like time well spent, is what you're saying. I spent 2 hours building a road. It hasn't been 2 hours. It's been an hour, maybe. Come on. I don't even think I'm going to pave it. I'm just going to leave it as sand because I have to run power. So I'm a little worried that I'm going to do the thing that I did last time, which is, you know, make a road and then realize I have to run power through the road. And I don't want to do that again. You know? The wireless charging road, yeah. Do, 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 do. Just level you out a little bit right here. Squeeze in over here. Yeah. All right. The northeast equivalent of is yeah. If you're curious. Either? 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 Both? Yeah. Deathloop is free on Epic right now, yeah. It had been free before, so I already had it. No both, only either? I don't know about that. Dead or Alive is the only good Bon Jovi song. Not afraid to say it. The Dead Island series is supposed to be pretty good. I've never played it. I think I have 2 from Epic, but where's my mule? There it is. Okay. Now we can go do the thing that I was doing before. Nerdin, how's it going? Nice and smooth. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. Nice and easy now. That didn't take any time at all. Then we can rip through here with speed. I am speed. Run over some trees. Take care, science. Enjoy the mug when it arrives. Thank you for hanging out. Being a flop? Yeah, I think Dead Island 2 fixed a lot of the issues people had with 1, if I remember correctly. I don't really know. I don't pay attention enough to things, you know? I don't like paying attention to things, so. Almost. Why are you twisting so much? Stop twisting. Oh, God. How's RoadCraft going? Beautifully. Couldn't be better. Thank you for asking. It is a genuine delight in all aspects. Couldn't be happier with how it is. Well, that's pretty close. I'll take it. That's sarcasm? No. No, not at all. It is just pure enjoyment. Just complete, unable to restore module to its original position. Sure. You're in your original position. You realize that, right? All right. This should go swimmingly. This isn't at all awkward. Think you need a bigger truck? There isn't one at the moment. There's a big crane. Well, I don't even have the big crane yet. There's a slightly larger crane, and then there's a highway, like, semi-truck, which is not gonna work over here. Okay. They designed it specifically so that you can't load them properly. Yeah, that right here is either that's just a mean joke where they're like, let's make it like 5 pixels too big for the back of the mule, and they did that completely intentionally, or it was slightly different teams and they just went off of outdated sizing notes. Based on everything else that we've encountered in the game, I'm going with B. That it is absolutely unintentional. And then they kept it because it's kind of funny. Whoop. Whoop. It's just a tiny dev team in their first game, you know, it's to be expected. Aha. Thank you for the lurk, Kimby. Niece out birthday shopping? Oh, nice. Have a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday for Stardew Valley. Back from your walk. Did you have a good walk, Charlotte? I hope you had a good walk. Alright, so now I need infrastructure, electricity. I gotta get it to there, so I'm gonna need the stump grinder. Alright, so here I need the stump grinder. Toggle ramp. Neat. There we go. Okay. I like how the mulcher's just slowly spinning. Roll out. That should stay, because the grinding wheel is between the ramps, so it shouldn't fall off. I say as I take wildly sharp leaning turns. Shouldn't. Not couldn't, but shouldn't. He's a bit top heavy, yeah. I'm getting a little wibbly. Oh, what was that? It just jumped. Random pebbles can send you airborne. The best one was when I loaded in the game on, was it on Wednesday or on Monday? One of the days. I loaded in to my mule and it just popped into the air and fell over. Sure. Like a popcorn kernel. They didn't specify vehicles as cargo for trucks. It's bizarre. Because that programming exists in SnowRunner, Wenrer. The tow beds, if you put a truck on there, you can secure it, and it puts wheel chocks and stuff on there. So. Welcome back, Pierogi. We are still crafting the roads, as it were. I'm going to need to recover this truck and get the cable layer. Oh, will the cable layer even fit on this truck? No. I'm going to need my big truck. Oh, man. I don't know FLCL. I can't imagine it was, otherwise you probably would have heard about it. But the driving in this is very arcadey. Could wreck some pierogies right now. I had some pierogies last week, the week before, and they wrecked me for some reason. I was not in a good place after said pierogies. I think there was something wrong with them. Because I was in bad shape. I think I'll just pull to the side here and unload. Frail and dainty. It's all the scooped bagels. Pierogi is already plural, but it does kill me when you say all the pierogies. You know, that's just going to encourage more people to say pierogies. As if we would ever say anything foreign correctly. It's fair. Change whole city names so they don't have to put effort into pronouncing them. I'd like to say you're wrong, but you're not. Yeah, we can't say English correctly. Polish is a ridiculous language. Amongst many other ridiculous languages. English is objectively the worst language. I agree with you, Max. I agree completely. It was a mistake from the beginning. Also, hi Mags, happy Friday. English is, I think, there was a thing done where it's like hours to proficiency. English is like third. You said hi like an hour ago? I completely missed it, I'm sorry. English was like third on hours to proficiency. I think Japanese was first. Let me get those. How can English be harder than German? Good luck getting your articles right. Because learning English is like trying to learn German, but you're learning it from a German to French dictionary. And then you have someone in French, someone who is French, explaining it to you in English. sense. You ever done like Google Translate where you take something in one language and you put it into another language, and then you take that result and put it into a third language and then into a fourth language, and then you put it back into the original language to see how it changed? That's just English. English is 5 different languages in a trench coat. Knocks over other languages in a dark alley, goes through their pockets for words to steal. It's not wrong. I have to go this way. I could probably drive this. Alright, let me go get the cable layer. I might just drive it down manually. Point. Example is Worcester. How is that an example? What do I need? This guy. Worcester. Worcester's Worcester. Reminds you, the Laserdisc version of Monty Python's Holy Grail had an audio track that was English translated to Japanese and then translated back to English. English is dumb. The long and short of it. Oh, I know, Nerd. I was just thinking back to when Zeno asked me what the town name was, and I said Worcester, and he was so offended that I think he got physically ill. Pretty sure that's how Helldivers 2 got review bombed by the Chinese because of translation issues. Whoa! Bad translations. One of the funniest things with Pennsylvania, this is precocious daughter story. Like, 4? Like 4, maybe? Preschool age. We would go into Pennsylvania. There's a lot of, like, little shops and stuff, and we were very close to the border at that point. So we would go into Pennsylvania for a lot of stuff. And, she asked at one point if we could go back to the land of pencils. Because that's how she interpreted Pennsylvania. As the land of pencils. So that's what we call it now. We were so confused for like 10 minutes until we figured out what she was talking about. Alright, we're gonna go run this power. Get that done. That's the extent of your German. Just yell real loud and you'll be fine. It's more German than they speak in Berlin. What? Americans are way louder than Germans? Sure. To be fair, the Americans whomst travel is not us putting our best foot forward. You travel to Germany in February? Like I said. Just for everything at this point. Yeah, we don't like this either. That's why I have tinnitus now. Whoa. Well, it depends where, Leland. If you're going to a lot of the hot spots, then some of the more niche areas, sure. Okay. Roll out. I went to Europe. It was lovely. What am I stuck on? Is that a stump? That tiny little thing? Always complaining about not getting free water? Have you tried having free water? It is a stump. Okay. Have you tried American water? I mean, yeah. Have you heard of tap water? Why is this thing so slow? Not even in low gear. It was in low gear, but it wasn't. The icon for low gear was deselected, but it was still in low gear. All right. Boom, 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 boom. The Swiss are rich, they'll survive. Where am I going? Straight ahead. Does this get deep? Oh, there's a little toy truck there. This too deep for me to drive across? Let's find out. Yep. 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 Ah. Maybe not. Laying power cables through a bog? Yeah, why? Do you not? Just don't R-tax this vehicle? Well... we'll see. That's one of my favorite jokes, dude. Ah, almost there. Why isn't the red zone showing up? Oh. There we go. Boom!
Not bad at all. The concrete plant's power woes are finally over. It's ready for its grand reopening, courtesy of your efforts. Well, maybe not so grand, but still, the only thing left to do is start delivering the concrete slabs. Plot a route from the concrete plant to the warehouse nearby.
From the concrete plant to the warehouse. Oh, that's a very short route. Okay. Oop. Oop. Dispatch vehicles. Here we go. Let's make sure he can get over there. We're gonna make sure this infrastructure route finishes, but then I'm gonna have to wrap up. My daughter has her dance tonight, which means I have to go get her early because she's getting her and her nails did. So gonna be all fancy. Fancy, fancy. Yeah. Nah. We'll just take some pictures. I'll sob hysterically. And then move on with my life. Completed. Nice.
Well done. Now we have a steady supply of concrete. No need to cut the ribbon. Though, if you find one, you're welcome to do so. Now that you've restarted the relay, its transmitters have enough power to let us talk anywhere. But we've got to restore the whole system to provide reliable coverage for everyone. Our workers need equipment. And I know just where to get it. When the hurricane hit the eastern quarry, they evacuated, leaving behind a whole bunch of climbing equipment. I know you're just itching to check it out, so I won't stop you. And if the equipment's still there, take it to the workshop. That's not all, though. We have the tower frame ready at the steel mill, but guess what? Yep, we'll need a road to transport it from the steel beam facility to the workshop. And while you're at it,
WD line, how's it
head out
going?
to deliver the radio electronics there as well.
Alright. Cool. That one's done. And so am I. So I gotta shoot off and pick my daughter up early. So that is where we're gonna call it for today. So my next stream will be Monday morning, and we're gonna be kicking off the summer of Stardew Valley. So Monday starts our Stardew run. We're running Expanded, we're running Ridgesideville, Daletonburg, and the other one that I can never remember the name of. I don't know. So that starts Monday, and that's going to run throughout the summer. We'll bounce around a little bit, do some other stuff here and there. Mostly that's going to be over on After Hours, though. So have a fantastic weekend, everybody. I will see you all bright and early Monday morning for Stardew Valley. So until then, as always, as ever, remember, be good to each other. Bye, everybody.